Welcome to Faith, Fiction, and Folklore, or as we like to call it, the Tri-F Podcast, where we try not to mess the podcast up. How are you guys today?
I'm
Doing
great.
You're doing
How are you, gentlemen?
fantastic.
Doing good here.
All right.
All the kids are in bed by 8:30, so that's a win.
That's a record. I bet that almost never happens. Yeah. Okay, well, today we got a very interesting show, I hope, but it's kind of depressing. We'll start off with the sad news. Chuck Norris passed this week, which, end of an era.
Yep.
Yeah, so I thought Trevor wanted to do some stuff on him, and so we kind of decided to go that direction for tonight. And so we'll talk about Chuck Norris tonight, and then we'll be doing our regular Bible reading. And then I will be reading some from Maggie Stone, the new book, which, hang on a minute, shameless plug. Temple of Maggie Stone, book's out. I'm poor, buy it.
Awesome.
So, yeah, it's about fake bodies waking up. It's great. So we'll read chapter 1 of it. And then we'll end with Chad Ripperger's interview on Sean Ryan. And we'll, because that people seem to like the previous one we did. So I thought we would, well, he'd already teased that we were going to do another one anyway. So I thought we would go ahead and be good to our word. And the fact that it seemed to do well last time, you know, motivated me.
Been getting into some crazy stuff lately.
He has been, yeah. He's been getting pretty deep into the rabbit hole. So, anyway, so with that said, who wants to be the first to read tonight? Oh, wait, hang on.
I got you.
I committed a horrible sin last week. It was very awful. I read from the NIV, and I shouldn't have done that.
Oh,
I was
unacceptable.
I know. It's horrid. It's like, what's the matter with me? So we will not make that mistake again. All right. First one.
I got you, man.
You got me? All right. Whenever you're ready, sir.
Are we on 25?
Yep.
All right, Genesis 25. Then again, Abraham took a wife, and her name was Keturah. And she bare him Zimran, and Jokshan, and Medan, and Midian, and I'm moving around a little bit. Ishbak, and Shua. And Jokshan begat Sheba and Dedan, and the sons of Dedan were Ashurim and Letushim.
Letushim, or Letushim. Letushim, yeah.
And Limon. And the sons of Midian,
Sorry, no, I'm just...
Ephah and Epher and Hanok and Abadiah and Eldad. All these were the children of Keturah. And Abraham gave all that he had unto Isaac. But unto the sons of the concubines which Abraham had, Abraham gave gifts, and sent them away from Isaac his son, while he yet lived eastward unto the country. Which is a noble thing, because like we talked about last week, he does not have to give his concubines anything, or his concubines' children anything.
That's right, yeah. We did talk about that last week. So a concubine is basically a wife that doesn't have any legal rights, so he didn't have to provide anything for the inheritance or anything like that. So
he's being a cool guy.
For the place and time, yep.
Yeah.
So
Verse 7, and these are the days of the years of Abraham's life which he lived, and 160 years. Then Abraham gave up the ghost, and died in a good old age, an old man, and full of years, and he was gathered to his people. And his sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, in the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar the Hittite, which is before Mamre. The field which Abraham purchased of the sons of Heth, there was Abraham buried, and Sarah his wife. And it came to pass after the death of Abraham that God blessed his son Isaac, and Isaac dwelt by the well. Lahairoi?
Lahairoi, yeah. Lahairoi, yeah.
Yeah. Now. These are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's handmaid, bare unto Abraham. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael by their names according to the generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebajoth, and Kedar, and Abdeel, and Bibsam,
Yeah.
and Mishma, and Duma, and Massa. What'd you say?
Oh, not your dude 96 says, imagine at the end of one of these chapter-long genealogies, it just records, and then there was Doof. We don't like to talk about Doof. It's pretty funny.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
So,
Who do you think recorded all the name stuff?
I've heard some interesting
scribe.
I've heard some interesting theories about it. Greg, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Titus Kennedy said something about Joseph's son making the Hebrew language, and then all this was compiled in Egypt. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's some there's some stuff I've heard mentioned, like similarities between the Proto-Hebrew and Egyptian hieroglyphs, which kind of imply the story actually goes that this actually slowly developed the Phoenician alphabet, which is where we get our alphabet.
Oh,
But it's been a long time since I've sort of read into that. But yeah, it seems like this was probably recorded during their time in Egypt. Joseph's son.
I always assumed it was
makes sense
Moses.
because it would have been in living memory,
yeah. Sorry,
or
Trevor.
a generation or two back.
Right. Sorry, Trevor. What were you gonna say?
I always just assumed it was Moses who kept track of it and wrote it all down.
Well, it hadn't been written down before because Moses was like 400 years later.
Yeah, I know. I figured he was the one that like tracked it all down and wrote it down for the Bible.
I have heard.
Well, he did write them, but I mean, it's generally understood that a lot of this was written down before him. He just kind of compiled it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And here I thought Greg was going to say it was all made up in the 70s by the CIA.
No, a lot of stuff was made up in the 70s by the CIA.
But not the Bible. So yeah.
Like
We'll keep
Terraria.
going. 15.
Yeah.
Hadar and Tema, Jeter, Naphish, and Kedemah. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their towns and their castles. 12 princes according to their nations. And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, and 137 years, and he gave up the ghost and died, and he was gathered unto his people. What does that mean? He was gathered unto his people. Does that mean they all got to keep his bones?
No, they went to heaven. That's all what I've always taken it to mean. Greg,
So
any
you
thoughts?
assume it means that?
I mean, that's sort of the general idea, yeah.
Yeah. Like you have went to be with his fathers, gathered unto his people. Like when,
All right.
that's usually a nomenclature that they use for death.
Like in, I'm just trying to visualize it. So you're talking about like in Mulan?
No,
No.
They be in
No.
heaven. So no, not in some shrine.
I'm just messing with you. I'm messing with you.
Can't always tell.
Okay.
Can always tell.
What we at? 18.
Yeah.
And they dwelt from Havilah unto Shur, that is before Egypt, and thou goest toward Assyria, and he died in the presence of all his brethren. And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, the Syrian of Padanaram, and the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated.
Sorry,
Say
hang
again.
on. Not your dude 96 says it means that his people gathered together to bury him. So maybe it's not a heaven thing. So maybe it's like they all gathered together to, like, bury him, or like they all came together for the funeral. Let's see.
I assume there's like a specific meaning for that phrase
Well,
in history.
I'm gonna Google it then, because I imagine Jeremiah is right.
Yeah,
So-
stop me whenever you find it.
Yeah. Okay. So, all right, I'll do it on
And
Google
Isaac-
Chrome, and you keep going. How about that?
Oh, hang on.
Sorry, did I throw you off because I put the window up?
No, my mom's calling. Babe, can you call mom?
All right, hang on. While he's messing with that, I will Google this. So, what does gathered unto his people mean in Genesis?
All right. Sons of. Did you find it, buddy?
I'm the dubious source known as AI says refers to
good.
the death. I know it's like it's AI, but it refers to the death of a patriarch, indicating a return to ancestors. Symbolizes a reunion with deceased family members in the afterlife. Often used in the
You're right.
well, if the computer is to be believed. So.
I mean,
Yeah.
the Hebrews did believe in an afterlife, so that kind of checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yeah. That's what it's saying. I'm going to check Bible Hub because I don't.
I was just making sure they didn't like keep bones, you know, like George Bush has, or was it the Harvard College has the skull of what's his name, the Indian guy?
I
They
don't know.
They kept the
Oh my
skull of somebody?
Yeah.
Who did they
What's his name? It's in like Family Guy and stuff. Like it's a classic conspiracy theory.
I wasn't aware of it. I mean, I don't know.
Not Tonto. Is it Tonto?
Tonto is from the Lone Ranger.
No, it's not Tonto. This was a real guy.
Squanto?
I don't know, man. Forgot. I don't think it's Squanto. I forgot his name.
All
though.
right.
Maybe I'll think of it later. Anyways, we'll keep going. Where we at?
Okay, just to confirm, Bible Hub is saying the same thing as AI.
Okay.
It says here, the distinction between gathered and buried. In many of these passages, buried is listed separately or described as a subsequent event, which supports the understanding that being gathered to his people goes beyond the interment of the body. For instance, Jacob's burial is superficially mentioned as performed by a son, yet his gathering occurs right at his final breath. Genesis 49:33. This distinction suggests a belief that individuals enter a new plane of existence with their forefathers even before any formal burial ritual. Okay, so that's what
Makes
it
sense.
says. All right.
Cool.
Jeremiah says, the Old Testament faithful, with the exception of those who were bodily assumed into the divine council, didn't go to heaven per se. They remained in Abraham's bosom, Sheol, until Christ's victory. Right. So I've heard that basically there was like Abraham's bosom was kind of like
it's separate than heaven, but
yeah. So like the
Yeah.
afterlife. Okay. And then Sevens Pattern 77 says hello. It's good to see ya. Thank
What's
you
up?
for joining us.
Hello.
All right.
All right. I'm gonna keep going. I'm on 21, I think, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's right.
No. My bad. Start with 19.
I think I already did that, but it's all right.
Yeah.
And these are the generations of Isaac, Abraham's son. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he took Rebekah to wife, the daughter of Bethuel, and the Syrian of Paddan Aram, and the sister to Laban the Syrian. And Isaac entreated the Lord for his wife, because she was barren, and the Lord was entreated of him, and Rebekah his wife conceived. And the children struggled together within her. And she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of the Lord. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment. And they called his name Esau. And after that his brother came out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob. And Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. And the boys grew.
And Esau was a cunning hunter.
Yeah. Hang on, I got a thought. So like
Yep.
it says the older will serve the younger. So Isaac served Esau, is that correct?
No, Jacob. Esau served Jacob.
Or sorry, Jacob.
Yeah.
Esau served Jacob?
Yeah. Because Jacob was younger, Esau was older.
Okay. Yeah, I just had it backwards, my bad.
Yeah. No, you're good.
Yeah.
So, any thoughts on that?
Oh, mine was a dud.
Yours was a dud? Pretty straightforward. I always felt a little bad for Esau myself.
I kind of do too.
But,
What do you feel bad for?
oh, I don't know. I feel like...
He kind of gets the short end of the stick there, doesn't he?
Hmm?
Kind of gets the short end of the stick.
It's hard to say. Greg, what do you think?
It's kind of explained late. It's kind of explained later in the narrative. Esau trades his birthright away, and Jacob takes it. Jacob doesn't exactly come out, sparkling clean. He's kind of a sneaky dude, but
Yeah.
Esau's never really shown in a positive light per se.
Yeah.
Well, let me... Sorry, Trevor, go on.
So it's kind of like foreshadowing almost.
Well, it's a prophecy.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It's like, how much was God... I think, personally, God was basically saying what was going to happen, but he wasn't, like, forcing anything to happen. But some people would use this as, like, a justification for, like, the idea that God kind of directs us and we don't really have any free will. So, what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean that is my opinion, that we don't have free will.
Really?
It goes into the Calvinist thing where it's the idea is, Esau's destined, the Jacob who I loved and Esau who I hated, and Calvinists take that as proof that we don't have free will, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I don't really know that Calvinism is exactly this is the right time or place to debate Calvinism.
Yeah.
Right.
I've read the first little bit of the Institutes. I'm not a fan. But anyway. Anyway, excuse me. No, I think we got free will. Sevens Pattern 77 says thanks. And then Beans to Calix says, is it that time of the week already? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And he's got the smiley face with sunglasses. So there you go. All right. We were just arguing about whether or not we have any autonomy or if it's all futile. But anyway, so Cody, if you want to go on. Oh, hang on here. Before we do, Not Your Dude 96 says, Jacob still honored his brother later in life by prostrating before him, which was interesting. Both were given a kingdom of a kind.
Yeah, but Jacob prostrated himself because he thought Esau was going to kill him, and then Esau actually turned out to not to honor him back.
Isn't that interesting? Because it's like he starts out going, I'm going to kill this dude, and then he changes his mind. So I wonder what happened. It turns out Esau ends up being a pretty good guy by the end of it.
At the end.
Yeah, by the end, yeah. So, and Jacob gets as good as he got, thanks to Laban. Like, he got messed around a little bit too.
That's true.
So, if you're wanting, if you're wanting biblical proof of karma, or you reap what you sow. The whole thing between Jacob and Laban is pretty interesting. So,
Yeah,
but anyway,
that's cool. Can we keep going?
yeah. Well, before you do, Beans to Calix says 100%, and then Not Your Dude 96 says it was a display of humility that disarmed Esau. That's the point. Well, there you
It usually
go.
works.
There you go. I think that's a good point, for sure. All right,
Um,
Cody, you're welcome. Move on. We were on 27, I believe. Phrase a cunning hunter.
And the boys grew, and Esau was a cunning hunter, a man of the field, and Jacob was a plain, boring man that couldn't change a car tire, dwelling in tents. And it doesn't say that part about the car. I made that up.
I kind of figured.
And Isaac and Isaac loved Esau because he did eat of his venison, but Rebekah loved Jacob. And Jacob sawed pottage. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. And Jacob sawed pottage.
So I think he was making soup or making some kind of meal.
Pottage is sort of like an old term for basically oatmeal, just sort of boiled grain.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
What is sawed?
I don't know. In the King James version, I don't know. I'm assuming it's make or something like that. We can go to Strong's
No,
or whatever.
you're cool. You're cool. Okay.
Bottom line
it's
is
just a weird. I've never said that before. You know.
yeah. So
That's the thing about the old King James. There's a lot of stuff in there. It's like, what?
Okay, so and Jacob sawed pottage, and Esau came from the field, and he was faint. And Esau said to Jacob, "Feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I'm faint." Therefore was his name called Edom. So he changed his name.
yeah, because this is a very poor choice. I'm assuming that's why they did it.
Like a girl.
Yeah, he's about to give up his whole birthright. That's where the story's
He's
going.
like, "Oh, I'm so hungry."
Yeah, sod means the act of cooking or boiling.
There you go. So he was boiling. Thank you, Trevor.
Okay. Nice.
And then
I thought it meant grass.
Trevor, can you
So
look up what Edom means in that same context?
Edom?
Edom.
E-D-O-M.
That is correct.
D-O-M.
Yeah. I'm assuming it
Jacob.
means something like he was being melodramatic and was selling something he shouldn't have sold.
Jacob said, "Sell me this day thy birthright." That's the first thing you jump to. Like, you want some food? Well, sell me your birthright. What a not brotherly thing to do.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Jacob was a snake.
Edom, derived from Esau, is a significant biblical entity representing a nation descended from Esau, Jacob's twin brother, and is often associated with conflict with Israel.
Oh, the nation Edom. That's what they're talking about.
Okay. There you go.
So Esau's descendants became Edom. Okay.
It means red, which is linked to Esau's reddish appearance at birth.
Well, there you go.
And the red stew for which he sold his birthright. So it started out.
There's a bunch of symbolism in this, but I can't see it.
So it represents the reddish appearance at birth and the red stew for which he sold his birthright.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Not Your Dude 96 says, "You're forgetting Esau's Western-obsessed brother, Yeehaw."
Yeah.
How could we forget him?
Some bitter teenager died from a horrible dad joke tonight. So
Yeah, no doubt. And Esau said, "Behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me?" So was he being dramatic or was he about to die?
I think he was being dramatic.
Yeah, God provides all things, right?
You don't sell
He
your
was being
birthright
dramatic.
because you're being dramatic. Huh?
Yeah. He was enraptured by fear.
I always felt like the implication was he never took it real seriously. You know what I mean? Like he never.
Yeah, maybe.
that's kind
And
of
you kind of see that with like
Yeah.
like like flow state alphas. Like think about like that movie we were talking about earlier with the cops, the other guys, and they're just like there's nobody there to regulate them, and they're just on top of the building, and they're like, you know what? Aim for the bushes, bro. Like they're just sending it full send. Like, and so Esau is kind of like that same thing. He's just like, I don't give a crap about my birthright. Like, let's go. Like, I'm hungry.
just doesn't think it through. Yeah, I imagine. Yeah, that's kind of the way I've always understood it. Was he was just flippant, and that was kind of like Jacob was a crook and a villain, but he wanted it. You know what I mean? Like he took God's promise seriously. So even though he was a villain, he was still like believing that this birthright was a real legitimate thing. Whereas Esau was just kind of like whatever,
Yeah.
it'll all work out, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's the way I understand
sure.
it. So, all right.
All right, verse 33. And Jacob said, swear to me this day. And he sware unto him. And he sold his birthright unto Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage of lentils. And he did eat and drink, and rose up and went his way. Thus Esau despised his birthright.
So yeah, that's kind of the moral of the story there. It's kind of like encapsulating it. It's like he hated his birthright. He had it in contempt. That's the point of the story.
I don't like Jacob at all.
I don't think you're supposed to. I think he's a bad man. So at this point in the story, yeah. His children were worse, but we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
So anyway, Genesis 26. We got about 6 minutes to go, I think, before we're done. So
Is there any more of this? Is that all of it?
of 25, yeah,
25.
that was all 25. So we're moving on to 26.
Oh, okay, sweet.
So, who wants to take this chapter? I mean, I can if nobody else wants to.
I didn't exactly come prepared, so I don't have it.
That's all right. Trevor, you want to do it or you want me to do it?
You want me to read it?
It don't matter to me. I can read it.
I can keep going.
Or Cody can keep going. Whatever you want
All
to
right,
do.
26.
All right.
And there was a famine in the land, beside the first famine that was in the days of Abraham. And Isaac went unto Abimelech, king of the Philistines, unto Gerar. And the Lord appeared unto him and said, go not down into Egypt. Dwell in the land which I shall tell thee of. Sojourn in this land, and I will be with thee, and will bless thee, for unto thee and unto thy seed I will give all these countries, and I will perform the oath which I swear unto Abraham thy father. And I will make thy seed to multiply as the stars of heaven. Sorry, there's a gnat.
Mhm.
Spring is in the air. I lost my place. Stars.
Stars
Give thy
and
seed unto these countries, and in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because that Abraham obeyed my voice, and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws. And Isaac dwelt in Gerar. And the men of the place asked him of his wife, and he said, she is my sister. For he feared to say, she is my wife. Lest, said he, the men of the place should kill me for Rebekah, because she was fair to look upon.
like father, like son, eh?
Like father, like son.
Dude, these guys suck.
Yeah. You know, it's like it didn't work the first two times Abraham tried it. I don't know why
Like,
Isaac
they're
just
so they're like beta males, dude. Like why did these guys get the role in this story? Like
Beta.
because the point is
But-
God can love anybody. That's the whole thing. Like
but
You-
yeah, but like
the
I don't know, dude.
the point is you're Abraham. You're a degenerate. We're all degenerates. We all suck. That's kind of
Yeah.
the idea.
Abraham had many sons, and many sons had father.
At least we got
Abraham.
Jesus to look up to.
Right?
Amen.
Right.
And the men of the place asked him of his wife, and he said, she's my sister. For he feared to say, She's my wife, lest, said he, the men of the place should kill me for Rebekah, because she was fair to look upon. And it came to pass, when he had been there a long time, that Abimelech, the king of the Philistines, looked out at a window and saw, and behold, Isaac was sporting with Rebekah, his wife. And Abimelech called Isaac and said, Behold, of a surety she is thy wife. And how saidst thou, She is my sister? And Isaac said unto him, Because I said, Lest I die for her. And Abimelech said, What is this thou hast done unto us? One of the people might lightly have lain with thy wife, and thou shouldest have brought guiltiness upon us. You almost tricked us, bro, is what he said.
Didn't he? Isn't he the same guy Abraham did that to? Like, isn't this the exact same
No.
guy? Or is it a different
This is
dude?
Just-
Abraham did it to Pharaoh.
Abraham
Yeah.
did it to Pharaoh. Yeah, I knew he did it to Pharaoh, but Abraham does it twice, didn't he?
I don't recall.
Well, that's
I
embarrassing.
only remember the one.
We just read the book and we don't recall. Wow. Oh, well. What are you going
I
to do?
only remember one.
Okay, well, anyway.
I thought this was Abraham.
No, this is
No, this is
Isaac.
Isaac. Doing the same thing, Abraham.
Doing the exact same thing Abraham did.
Oh, and then Jacob is this guy's son?
Yeah.
Golly, they all suck. They're all terrible.
Yes. Yes, that's the moral of the
Let's
story.
just wrap up this book. I'm gonna convert to Islam.
What? Oh, my gosh. That's
dear.
right. You can have a harem instead of sisters. There you go.
You got to marry a cousin
And a goat.
and a goat.
All right, we're behind on comments. Let me
All
let
right.
me
Yeah,
read the
comments
comments here. All right, okay. Jacob still honored his brother-in-law. Okay, so we've brother-in-law later in life by prostrating him before him, which was interesting. We read that one. Okay, here we go. You're forgetting Esau's Western-obsessed brother, Yeehaw. I'm completely lost. Sell me this day thy birthright. While it seems like a human transaction, it is the order of election. The light of the covenant is being passed to the one who values it. Right. Like, so Jacob wasn't taking the birthright seriously, or Esau wasn't taking it seriously. So it's being passed to the brother who will take it seriously. And then setting the stage for the 12 tribes. Right. And then Not Your Dude, that was Seven's pattern 7-7. Then Not Your Dude 96 says, God uses the weak to shame the strong. That could be a physical weakness, but also a weakness of moral constitution. Cody is right about Jesus as the example. And then Not Your Dude 96 also says, as man, he is perfect, and he only pulls it off because he is also God. That is very true. That is correct. So see, Cody, you don't have to marry a goat. It's okay.
I know I don't have to marry a goat. I was being facetious.
Facetious? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Verse 11. You want to scroll up a little bit? Go ahead.
Yeah. There you go. You're right there.
And Abimelech charged all of his people, saying, He that touches this man or his wife shall surely be put to death. Then Isaac sowed in that land and received in the same year 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. And the man waxed great and went forward, and grew until he became very great. For he had possession of flocks, and possession of herds, and great store of servants. And the Philistines envied him. For all the wells which his father's servants had digged in the days of Abraham his father, the Philistines had stopped them and filled them with earth. And Abimelech said unto Isaac, Go from us, for thou art much mightier than we. And Isaac departed thence, and pitched his tent in the valley of Gerar, and dwelt there. And Isaac digged again the wells of water, which they had digged in the days of Abraham his father, for the Philistines had stopped them after the death of Abraham, and called their names after the names by which his father had called them. I mean, there's one good thing about these dudes, they can really dig holes. I mean, they are some hole digging fools.
Got to get that water somehow.
Yeah.
So.
It's almost like they like digging tunnels. Sorry.
Hey,
I wonder how long it took 'em to
hey. See what you did there? All right.
Trevor, what'd you say?
I wonder how long it took them to dig a well.
I don't know. That's a good question. I would assume a long time, but I don't know.
Well, they had stores of servants, so
Schools and schools.
That's
of
true.
servants.
All right.
man, it kind of sounds like a movie that we know with those Shia LaBeouf.
With Shia LaBeouf, yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
they've got a whole
Holes.
bunch of servant kids, and they just make them all dig holes everywhere.
There you go.
This is weird. This is a weird chapter, Gary.
Going down the rabbit hole. Got to do some
I'm
introspection.
excited to make our way to the gospel because this is some weird stuff.
Well, keep going. Stay at it. You're doing great. You're doing wonderful.
All right, we're getting there. And Isaac's servant digged in the valley and found there a well of springing water. And the herdmen of Gerar did strive with Isaac's herdmen, saying, "The water is ours." And he called the name of the well Esek. I just zoomed out, my bad. Bum, bum, bum.
Because they strove with him.
What verse?
Okay, so the end of that verse 20 was because they strove with him. 21. And they did. You want me to start?
And they digged
There you
another
go.
well and strove for that also, and he called the name of it Sitnah. And he removed from thence and digged another well. And for that they strove not, and he called the name of it Rehoboth. And he said, "For now the Lord hath made room for us, and we shall be fruitful in the land." And he went up there from thence to Beersheba, and the Lord appeared unto him the same night, and said, "I am the God of Abraham thy father. Fear not, for I am with thee, and will bless thee, and multiply thy seed for my servant Abraham's sake." And he builded an altar there, and called upon the name of the Lord, and pitched his tent there. And there Isaac's servants digged a well. Then Abimelech went to him from Gerar, and Ahuzeth, I can't say it.
Oh, you did good. Ahuzeth. You're right.
One of his friends, and Pichol, the chief captain of the army. And Isaac said unto them,
Wherefore come ye to me, seeing ye hate me, and have sent me away from you? 28. And they
said, "We saw
Sorry, go
certainly
on.
that the Lord was with thee, and we said, Let there be now an oath betwixt us, even betwixt us and thee, and let us make a covenant with thee. And thou wilt do us no hurt, as we have not touched thee, and we have done nothing unto thee but good, and have sent thee away in peace. Thou art now blessed of the Lord." And he made them a feast, and they did eat and drink. And they rose up betimes. I've never seen that word. Betimes in the morning, and swear one to another. And Isaac sent them away, and they departed from him in peace. And it came to pass the same day that Isaac's servants came and told him concerning the well which they had digged, and said unto him, "We have found water." And he called it Sheba. Therefore the name of the city is Beersheba unto this day. And Esau was 40 years old when he took his wife Judith to the daughter of Beri the Hittite, and Bashemath the daughter of Elon the Musk Hittite, which were a grief of mind unto Isaac and Rebekah.
And that's 26.
I have one question.
Yes.
Is Beersheba still called Beersheba to this day?
I don't know. That's a good question. Greg, do you know?
I don't know, actually.
That's a good question, Cody. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm going to Google it.
All right.
To the AI.
What's it called?
Beersheba.
Beersheba.
Yeah. All right.
I had a dog named Sheba.
I know. I remember her.
Yeah, it was a good dog.
Wasn't she like a Newfoundland?
Is Beersheba still in existence? That'll work.
Well of the oath.
Okay, there's a city called Beersheba in southern Israel. It serves as the capital of the Negev desert region. The city has a rich historical and cultural significance.
I mean, I'm just saying, if
yes.
Beersheba was not called Beersheba, somebody would have had to like directly disobey what the Bible said. That would be kind of crazy.
Say that again. I think that went over my head, sir.
like if somebody was in charge of naming a city, and it's like, oh, this place used to be called Beersheba. I'm going to change the name, knowing that the Bible says it's still called Beersheba to this day. That'd be pretty crazy to do.
Well, I mean, I would read that as Moses writing this down, saying it's still called Beersheba to this day.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily saying it's.
But wouldn't it be funny if someone tried to change the name and then got struck by lightning? I think is what he's getting at. It's like, it's like, I'm going to change the name. Then a crater just swallows him whole. And then the next guy's like, it's Beersheba. Beersheba it is. I'm very excited to call this town Beersheba. So
about to make me a sign and put it in front of it.
So, okay. Not Your Dude 96 says, the first well diggers. Hey, homie, want to dig a hole until something happens? Water springs up. Yo! There you go.
Yeah. I mean, they all knew that water came from the ground. I mean, because in Genesis, like before the flood, it was just like, it just came up through the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would assume the further back in time, like used to in America, we had oil wells everywhere, and it was just like coming out of the ground because it was just full. The ground was full.
Yeah.
And so I would assume that back in the day, I mean, wells, like water wells, were kind of like that too. I mean, we've talked about how source water and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I would assume it's just kind of gotten tapped out, and it's probably a lot different than it used to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Probably used to be able to dig a 6-foot well.
That's true. Well, boys, it's end of part 1. We're past 30 minutes. Ready to move on to part 2? Or actually, any final thoughts from anybody?
Nope. I think I'm going to bounce out after this one.
You're going to bounce out?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, appreciate you coming on here. I guess we will see you next time. Adios, amigos.
All right, fellas.
I'm
going to get some shut-eye.
Get some shut-eye.
Have a good night.
All right. Peace. Let's see how long it takes for this window to screw up. There we go. Hang on. I'm getting better. At switching these windows over. Goodness gracious. All right. Well, do either one of you.
Master switcher.
I'm the master switcher, the producer extraordinaire. I don't know what I'm doing. What do you guys think? Any thoughts?
It is well with my soul.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It's straightforward narrative. I always enjoy anytime the Hittites get mentioned because, for hundreds and hundreds of years, historians were like, there were no such thing as Hittites. And then, 150 years ago, somebody dug up the capital city and were like, no, there was absolutely a giant civilization called the Hittites.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah. All right.
The Nephilim.
Well, boys, we're going to end part 1 here. So, if you are on the live stream, stay with us. We have got 3 more segments left. If you are watching this after the fact, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Faith, Fiction, and Folklore. If you did, we would love it if you would subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Rumble. We can also be found on X, Instagram, and Facebook. And we are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. Thank you again very much for listening, and we'll see you next time.